Hey, what's up? It's Michael. Yo, welcome to the Yo Show. Now, we are building a brand new studio soon. So I'm not on the cameras I'm usually on, but we're trying to make it work. We're going to make it work for you. I appreciate all the love. Like I said, my comedy special came out about 2 months ago. You can watch it on my YouTube page. If you're on Facebook, go to my YouTube page. But I only had 3,000 followers on YouTube. Now I got over 90,000 followers. Thank you so much. My comedy special is just going over 210,000 views. Now that I look back on it, I'm like, I was crazy. I was crazy even thinking I could put a comedy special on a platform with 3,000 people. That's it on it. But it worked out. I was lucky. You guys are loving it. And the comments are like 98.6% like through the roof positive, which is incredible for me. So thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Thank you so much for the love. Coming up next, I'm going to interview Meg Reily. She's huge on TikTok. And I know a lot of people have some preconceived notions of TikTokers, and some of them are bad. But Meg Riley, I will tell you this. She's freaking amazing. She loves comedy. She loves teaming up with comedians and bringing their videos to a next level. And after the podcast, I'm going to tell you, because I'm recording this right now a couple of days after we did the podcast, because we did something together. And I want to give you the results of what we did after the podcast, after you see it, because I want you to be open-minded to TikTokers. Now, some of them do it horribly and never give people credit, but some do it right. And Meg Riley is one of those that do it right. So check her out right now. She's on TikTok, over close to 2 million people that follow her on TikTok. All right, let's do it, Meg. What's up, Meg Riley? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
You know, I'm great. I'm great. My wife bought me this huge coffee, and the problem is I like smaller coffees because I know I'm gonna drink all of this, and that's not good for me. But I think my wife is trying to kill me. So there you go.
See, I never finish my drinks from like Starbucks or anything. I always get it and then I'll drink most of it, but like I won't finish it hardly half the time.
See, I'm opposite. Like no matter how big or small it is, if I get it, I gotta finish it. I'm a finisher, Meg. I finish
That's how I
every.
am with Dr. Pepper for sure, and my Miller.
Your Miller and Dr. Pepper. You love, and you were telling me a Starbucks out there has a coffee that tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Yes, yeah, one of the Starbucks here. I haven't tried it yet though, but it's very tempting.
Yeah. What'd you do this weekend? What's going on in your life?
Well, I'm in the process of finding a house. Me and my boyfriend are looking for houses, and everything is going so quickly. So that's
Oh,
been
you're talking about on the market. As soon as it's out there, it's gone, right?
yes, yeah. And then like half the houses I've toured so far are like gone the next day. So it's just very competitive, but I'm confident we'll find something.
So, how long have you been dating your boyfriend?
We started dating in 2019 and we
So
met
this
on
is
Tinder.
this is before you were big on social media.
Yes, yeah,
So he was down way before that.
yeah, so it's kind of cool because he completely understands it. Whereas, like, some people that I've made friends with since I've become big on social media, they don't really understand what all goes into it. They think it's mostly just making videos. But no, so he's been there since before social media, so he completely understands it.
Now, so you've never dated anyone else? Like y'all never broke up and you had some time?
We did for like a couple months, but
Okay.
then we got
So
back.
I want to ask you, when you did, you were big on TikTok, right?
Yes.
So were guys trying to date you to get more TikTok followers?
See, yeah, I stopped posting about him when we took that break, and then people, I guess, kind of started to notice. And then, yeah, a lot of people slid into my DMs. They still do.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever gotten your DM?
Ah, um, I had someone ask. Well, I get a lot of feet pics asking if I sell pictures of my feet.
Do you
I don't.
really?
Yeah, I get those a lot. I get, like, wedding, proposals, like, engagements all the time, even though I don't think they're serious, uh, asking if I have OnlyFans, all this stuff, which I don't. And so,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I get the weirdest thing, though, was probably someone asked if I would sell any, sex dolls that look like me. That was the weirdest thing I've ever gotten. Yeah.
Now, not that you would do that. Has anyone ever sent you an idea and you're like, wow, that's a pretty good idea? On the
No.
opposite end.
Not no, not really, unless it's something not weird, like a content idea.
Yeah.
Yes, but no.
No. Have you ever got a good content idea from somebody?
Yeah, a lot of people will send me if because I do a lot of comedy skits on my TikTok and Instagram, and so if they hear like a certain skit or anything from a certain comedian, they'll send it to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, you should do this one." And so I get those a lot, and they've been very helpful too.
It's pretty interesting because a lot of times, like I do stand up, so when and that's how we met. You did one of my videos, and we connected through that. But a lot of times, people take for granted like what you do, what I do, because they think you just go up there and tell a joke. Who can't do that? And like for you, oh, all you do is do a TikTok video of somebody's comedy bit, but it takes you like you really put a lot of work into it, and that's why you're so good at it.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, they take me one video that's a comedy skit would take me about 2 to 3 hours. It's because I put in a lot of, like, effort into them. So if I'm, like, say, 3 different characters, I'll literally change after every scene into the other character's outfit, and so it's a lot of going back and forth, and I have other creator friends that do comedy skits also, but they'll film like one character and then another character, and then in post production they'll edit it together. Where I think it's just easier for me just going back and forth because it really helps me get into character better.
And you're
So
so
it's just
you're so good at it. Like you're so good. Like, have you ever thought about like just being an actress? Like eventually, like opening. Hopefully, this will open doors to be an actress.
yeah, so whenever I was a kid, I wasn't in theater or anything, and I have 2 little sisters that are very theatrical, and they both did theater. And I don't know why I never did it. I was more into, like, competitive cheerleading and, like, sports a little bit, even though I wasn't good at sports, except cheerleading I was good at. Um, but yeah, I wish I could have done theater growing up and gotten more involved in it at a younger age, but, maybe, yeah.
Did you now? You remember the Netflix show Cheer? Did you watch that?
I did. I actually, it's in, I think Corsicana, which is,
Yeah.
like, really close to where I live, kind of, and I have family there, so I've seen them perform before, but, yeah, I loved that show.
Since you were a cheerleader, how close is that to like?
It's
It's
identical. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's a lot different than, high school or regular school cheer. It's very compet did you watch it?
I love it. I love it. Me and my
Yes.
wife loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, my coach wasn't as, hardcore as, I forgot her name, but she's not as hardcore she wasn't as hardcore as her, but yeah, it's very I actually had to quit because I was a flyer, the person they throw in the
Oh, they throw up.
yes, they threw me up at a practice one time in a basket toss, which is where, like, they're holding hands like that, and they throw you up, but they threw me backwards onto the concrete, and I had, like, a disc in my spine. Like, I don't have to anymore, like, go to the chiropractor, but it pops out of place, and so, like, yeah, I had to stop doing it when I was young.
How old were you when that happened?
I was a freshman in high school, I
Oh my
believe.
goodness.
Yeah,
Oh, I
so
couldn't imagine being thrown up in the air the wrong way and then laying on the cement.
yeah, yeah, and it was out of practice too, so that was, yeah, that was bad, but I wanted to do it throughout, high school to get, like, a scholarship or something, but I couldn't do it.
Okay, okay, I wanna talk about your grandmother,
Yeah.
right? Your
Mhm.
grandmother, Joe Exotic, that show became so big.
Yes.
Tiger what was Tiger
Tiger King.
Tiger King became so big, and your grandmother, correct me if I'm
Mhm.
wrong, bought a tiger
So
from Joe
so
Exotic. How what tell me this story here.
So my grandma, I call her Gaga, but she growing up, I always at our ranch, which is where she lives, she would have all these exotic animals. So she had like lions and tigers and then a camel named Toe, fun fact. And she just had a bunch of different like exotic animals. So whenever Tiger King came out, I called her and I was like, "Have you heard of this show?" And she was very like hesitant and she's like, "Uh-huh." Like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Have you ever met him?" She's like, "No, no," and then I was like, "Okay, well, whatever." So then, a couple months later, I was at her old house, which is where my uncle lives, looking through photo albums, and I saw this picture at her house with this man who looked like he was on Tiger King, or he was correlated with them, holding a tiger on a leash, giving it to my grandpa. So I was like, what? And so I took it out of the picture or the photo album and I ran to her. And I'm like, this guy, you're telling me this guy is not from like Tiger King? And she's like, well, yeah, I don't know if it was through him. I think it was. But, anyways, they went
Yeah.
to Oklahoma. Where else can you get a tiger in Oklahoma? And so, yeah, but this guy looked exactly like he could have been a part of it. So
So
I think so.
so does your grandmother, so she still has tigers and things like that?
So the last animal, like exotic animals she had were monkeys, like a little what's it, the baboons, or is that how you
Mm.
say them, with the blue butt? She had one of those, and then she had a chimp and a camel. And so those were the last three. But no, she doesn't have any more. She has alligators.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. She
Like,
has
how big are these alligators?
we shot 2 last year because they got really big and we have like cousins and dogs, but that one was 9 foot and
Oh
then
my.
I believe 7 foot. Yeah. So
Why
we still
why sh
have
why does
3.
she have alligators?
So when my uncle was in college for Mother's Day, he bought online from Florida like 6 baby alligators and had them mailed to Nacogdoches, Texas. And he was in college, and so they were in his dorm. They were, like, this big, and, the bathtub with a red light over it, my grandma came over there one day, and she saw them, and he's like, "Well, that was your Mother's Day present." And they mailed them for Florida with the box, and it said turtles, but it wasn't turtles.
Yeah. They should make a reality show about your family.
Really, they should. She actually, she's like, I believe she's 74 now, and she rides in the American Cutting Horse Association, which is part of like the rodeo, and she still rides every weekend. So she has a lot of energy.
Do you ride as well?
No, no,
No, you
not
are
my
you
thing.
animals person or not really?
Um, I like, yeah, I'm more of like farm animals. I like cows a lot. Those are my favorite, and I like
Uh,
dogs. So, but yeah, I'm not really into horseback riding or anything.
so what are you into? Of course, everybody knows TikTok, 1.8 over 1.8 million people. Instagram's blowing up. Have you started YouTube Shorts yet? I know you're going to do
I
that.
I have started
Okay.
taking the TikTok watermark off my videos because I don't know. I know with on Instagram, the algorithm won't like push it as far to other people if it has the TikTok logo
Yeah.
on it. So
Hmm.
I don't know if YouTube's the same way, but yeah, I'm starting to post them on there.
Okay. How's it doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, I haven't posted one yet, but
Oh,
I've
okay. Okay.
just, yeah, I started it yesterday, but yeah.
Oh, well, I think you're going to blow up. You're so talented in what you do. I think it's going to blow up on that side. What do you like doing in your spare time?
So I'm a huge outdoors person, so I like to go fishing and hunting when it's hunting season. But I like to fish, and photography is like one thing, or videography mostly.
Uh-huh.
Um, I like editing. I literally do it all in my free time too. I just like creative stuff, I guess. Um, and yeah, I like hanging out with my family too. I'm a huge family person.
Yeah. What? Okay, you're 26 now, right? When do you
Yes.
see yourself having a family?
Well, I thought, like, when I was in my, like, 18, 19, that I'd be married and everything by, like, 24. No.
See,
My
but
mom
that's
had
but that's what's crazy about that? That's a Texas thing. Because
really?
in Texas, I believe, like I know my friends before I got married, I mean, their kids were like teenagers. And it was kind of
Mhm.
like a Texas thing, you get married earlier. When you live on the East Coast or West Coast, it's a later thing for some reason.
Yeah. My mom was married and had me by 21, and, yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine now. I could imagine having a kid, but, like, at 21, no, I don't know how she did that.
It was different times back then too.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything's changed.
Definitely, but yeah, I just am a huge family person, so I like to spend a lot of time out in East Texas where my grandma lives, so yeah.
So you texted me, you said you saw me on AGT.
Yes, okay, so fun fact, whenever I, because 'cause I've known who you were, and I've been listening to your comedy, but last night I was watching, just AGT was on and you popped up, and I thought it was super ironic, and I instantly remembered Like, that's where I know him from originally, because at the time I was working in College Station at the news station, and it was an NBC affiliate,
Ah,
and so it was always on, and so I knew who you were because of that at first, and so then when I saw it last night, I was just shocked. I was like, "I cannot believe that's who that is." But yeah, cool.
it's a weird thing. Like a lot of people in that, I was like one of the first people with COVID, so that message got out there and everything like
Yeah.
that. So so they replayed that episode last night again.
Yeah, yeah, and, I'm at my boyfriend's house, and so he actually I was in the other room, and he was like, "Megan, Michael Yo's on TV," and I went in there, I'm like, "What the heck? That's so ironic."
How does your boyfriend handle like all this attention and people sliding into your DMs? I mean, because he's got to know, guy, you're an attractive
Yeah.
woman. Guys are sliding in your DMs.
Yeah, he knows,
Is it
he
tough?
he knows about it. I don't think I mean, it would bother anyone, you know, if, like, girls were sliding into his like that, but I don't really check my D I don't get notified if, like, I
Okay,
don't
yeah.
follow you, like, they're filtered. If I go and look, I'll see them. I don't reply to them if it's, like, bad or anything or weird. But we sometimes are at bars or something, and a guy will or a girl, but mostly guys will come up to me with a Miller, and they'll offer me a Miller and be like, "Hey, oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan." And I'll accept it, but I'll be like, "Oh," they're like, "Do you want a Miller?" I'm like, "Yeah, but only if he can have one." And then they'll buy
Ah.
him one, or they'll say no. But yeah, usually they say like, "Yeah, I'll get him one." But
Yeah, because now they're put in a bad position. You know, it's kind of like,
yeah, I don't I mean, I'd have to ask him if it bothers him. I don't know. I should ask him that. I don't think I've
yeah.
ever
Well,
asked.
yeah, you should know. You should
I don't
know.
think it bothers him, but I also don't let it bother me. Like, I don't it doesn't phase me when I see these DMs and stuff.
Okay. Also, during the pandemic, you were on Kelly Clarkson. Tell everybody about that.
Yeah, so, I think it was, like, after August or September of 2021, my grandma has a jukebox in her guest bedroom in a way, it's like her dancing room, and her and my grandpa would always two-step and dance to music, and this jukebox, like, back in the day, if no one was requesting songs on it, it would just automatically play a new song. So my grandma has, like, a really old jukebox, and so at night, it's next to the room I sleep in, so it'll randomly go off, and she
Oh,
doesn't let me unplug it because it unprograms it. So I was going in there to turn it down, and I walk in on her dancing alone to my grandpa and her song, "Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain" by Willie Nelson, and so I immediately I'm a content creator, I videoed it, and, it was so cute, and I wasn't gonna post it. I was just gonna save it and, like, just because I thought it was really cute and special, but then, like, a couple months went by and I was looking through my drafts, I posted it, and then, like, 2 days later, Kelly Clarkson's producer, messaged me and invited us to the show, and she was on it, my grandma was with us, and,
oh.
because of COVID, we had to do it remote, but it was still so cool, like, being able to share that with her, and, like, my grandma loved it.
Isn't it crazy what pops like on social media? Some things you think are going to do great and they do nothing. And then some things you're just like, I'm going to throw it out there and then it blows up.
Yeah, and it's crazy, like, you never think of, like, who all can see your videos, like, I mean, at a long time ago, like, I was just posting just for fun, but then, like, I don't know, it's just so weird that these people that are famous that you've, like, looked up to or, like, you know, reach out to you. Another during the actual pandemic, like, in the middle of it, I posted a video. It's kind of inappropriate, but whatever. But, I was on MTV's Ridiculousness because of this,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and it was where, I programmed my iPhone to where if you plug it in, it would say in a very a very high pitched voice, "Yes, daddy." And then whenever you would unplug it, it would say it would say, "Put it back in." And so I showed it and I made a TikTok out of it, and then they loved it. So, yeah, that one was interesting explaining to my family.
Do you like always have a filter in your mind like, I don't want to
Um
push it too far?
Well, whenever I first started social media, I didn't really know what kind of content I wanted to do. I was just making videos for, like, my own entertainment, but then, like, once I noticed what like I was growing more and more of an audience, I figured out what they liked. I started to do more of that. But back at the beginning, I was very cautious because I knew all my family was watching. And
Yeah.
I'm still cautious, but like, I mean, I don't post anything bad, but I always have like, would my grandma or would I want my dad to see this or like
Now,
anything?
now, since you're a content creator, do you have a normal job or is just content creating now your thing?
So as of now, I'm a full-time content creator, but I guess it was like like 2 months ago, I was working full-time, doing digital marketing. And so it was really hard balancing a 9 to 5 and,
Yeah.
um, being a full-time content creator because there's a lot more that goes into it than just making videos. And so I did a great job balancing the both, but then I just decided that I was more happy doing, content creation.
Are you nervous because you don't have that like normal paycheck coming in all the time?
It's well, I prepared for it, like, leading up to whenever I was gonna, leave my job, but yeah, it's a little I don't know, because you just have to, like, realize that your income is based on your performance and, like,
Yeah.
what you do leading up
Mhm.
to this, and so it's kind of nerve-wracking and, like, stressful, but I don't know, I think I got it.
So for the people watching that are content creators, what's the thing you think put you over the hump?
I think if you're just make your content unique to yourself, that helps you stand out. And then I think if you focus on your niche or like what works best with your audience, then I would keep doing that. And so for me, I would try a bunch of different things. I used to post when I first got a TikTok dancing videos. Everyone's dancing. Eh,
Yeah.
yeah, and then like I that didn't work. But then I found like people liked my facial expressions and how I redid all these skits because I could really get into the character. And so I noticed that worked. So I think just, figure out what works best and then from there just keep going.
Now, you're known for the Meg face.
Yeah.
How did this and you look like the emoji, how did this all come about? Like, how did it all start?
Well, it's actually funny. I was talking about this yesterday, with my boyfriend, but I don't know. I just thought I have always done it, but I noticed in baby pictures and like when I was a kid, I was always doing that face. And so I didn't realize it until I like started doing it on social media because people would ask me like, "How long have you been doing that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know when it started." But my grandma, when she was young, she looked identical to me.
Wow.
And I saw pictures of her young doing that face. So I don't know, but it works, I guess. People like it.
Okay, so do people ask you to do it, like, in public, like fans? And is that, like, are you over because, what I say is, like, when Black Panther came out, right?
Mhm.
They wanted everybody to do this, like, all the actors, and they were, like, over it. Like, you're like, "No, we're not doing." Are you to that point yet where you're like, "No, no."
No, I mean, I've been asked in person maybe, like, 3 times to do it.
Oh, okay, it's not bad then.
Yeah, and so, like, yeah, usually people just ask me for a picture, if I could they could buy me a Miller or something. Um, but no, only a couple times people have asked me, so it doesn't bother me, but when I'm live on TikTok or Instagram, oh my gosh, a lot of people are like, "Do the Meg face, do the face," and I'm like, I'll tell them this is the only time.
What do you wanna do, like I don't wanna say after social media because it's always gonna be around.
Mhm.
So you like, the rest of your life, you wanna, like, kinda be a creator or
Yeah.
work or, like, after this like, after the TikTok and after that is gone, would you wanna be, like, on your own business where you create with other people and things like, what's your goals?
Yeah, see, and that's another thing about, like, me doing it full time now is that it's kind of nerve-wracking in the sense that, I right now, I could get a notification or something saying TikTok's gone, it's not a
Yeah.
thing anymore, and then I'm like, "Well, now what?" So I've always had that mindset of, like, trying to work put my mind like goals for like 60 days, 90 days, stuff like that. I want to eventually start a podcast and have different creators on and different people talking about just like social media growth in general, but also just like fun stuff. I don't know. We're still like planning it out and all that.
Yeah.
But I want to do that. I also want to eventually start like a social media management agency type where I help creators get brand deals and all of that and kind of help people grow their social media. But yeah, I don't know. I hope TikTok doesn't just go away
Do,
tomorrow.
do you have merch you sell?
So,
Yeah.
I'm almost done with some shirts. Uh,
Okay.
right, the coolest thing, I do have, I wish I had one with me. Actually, I do have one, but it's a Meg Kong beer bong, which looks like a here, hold on, I got
No,
it.
go get it. I want to see this.
So this is an actual brand called
Hmm.
Kong Beer Bong, and so we made our own custom Kongs, and this is the box. They're super cute, and
Uh-huh.
then uh, this is actually someone's I'm mailing, but so I signed it. But this
Oh.
is a Kong, and so you do. I had to do it. But so what you do, so it looks like the Miller Lite logo. If I can
Yeah.
it says my username and then my name, and then it says it's Meg time. And
Yep.
so you would pour your beer in there and then you shotgun it. So I have those if y'all want to buy them. They're in my bio.
I love
And
it.
a fan gave me this idea, which I just can't get the face right on it, but bobbleheads. So I have them done almost, except the person can't get the face right because I want it to look like the Meg face holding a beer. And yeah, so they're still
I
working on
love it. I love it.
it. Yeah.
That's awesome. When are the bobbleheads? I want a bobblehead, and I'm gonna put it right here.
I'll have to
Right
get
here.
you one.
Yeah. So then it could just be in the background chilling.
Yeah, I'll get you one. Yeah, they were supposed to be done in March, but I had to push them back because I just want the face to be perfect.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, they're
You
still
don't sell shirts? I think with you shirts would work so well.
Yeah, I know. I have some designs that I'm like working on. I was working on that today actually, but
Oh,
yeah,
good.
so
Good.
hopefully they'll be done. I do have socks that have the Meg face plastered all over them and stickers. So yeah, I'm still coming out
Wait,
with some
where
stuff.
can I see a pair of the socks? Do you have it around?
I don't have any with me,
Okay.
but I'll send you some.
Yeah. Send me some Meg socks. I'll wear them on stage. There
Yes,
you
you
go.
have to. I
All right,
think
how can they follow you?
you can follow me on TikTok at the real Meg underscore stallion.
A real Meg Stallion.
Yes, and then Meg Riley on Instagram.
Okay. Okay. Well, cool, Meg. Thanks for hanging. I appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much.
So that is Meg Riley. Check her out. Leave your comments on what you thought about the interview. Now, I want to tell you this. After this interview, me and Meg decided to team up on a video. And it's the video that it talks about me. It's in my comedy special. It talks about how I would die for my son, but I would kill for my daughter. Now, when I put that video out initially, myself, the stand-up clip on platforms, it did really well. On my Instagram, it got 60,000 views. On my YouTube, on this page right here, YouTube, it's got over, I believe, like close to 3 million views. So I got a lot of views on it. So I decided me and Meg would team up and she would reenact, as a TikToker, reenact that bit. And the one thing about Meg, she put so much work into it and it came out so well. So she put it out on TikTok, on Instagram, made me a collaborator. That video, and this is going to come out probably a couple days from when I'm recording it. That video right now is sitting at 2.5 million views just on Instagram. When I did it, it was 60,000 views on Instagram. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of TikTokers that do it wrong, don't give you credit. But Meg, what she did was she gave me credit in the opening title. She put my comedy special on her, she doesn't call it like her beacon account, where if you click on her Instagram, it goes to a link where it shows everything she does. And it has a link to my special. So she does it right, man. And I know I was just like everybody else, like TikTokers, all they do is copy people's work and they put it up. But let me tell you this. If you find the right person and you team up with someone where they don't take your work, they're actually helping you out, man, it could be beneficial. Because let me tell you this, after she did that video, my Instagram followers went up through the roof. My TikTok followers went up. My YouTube special went up in views. And let's be honest, anybody that sees it new, that's great. So I will say this. I would agree most TikTokers just steal people's shit and put it out there. But Meg, she teams up with you, make sure it's how you want it. And she does it for free because she loves comedy. That's how much she loves it. You know what I mean? She tries to help out everybody. So Meg Riley, big shout outs to you. I appreciate you and everything you've done for me and continue to do for me. So that's my thoughts on TikTokers. Most of them are not doing it right, but this girl, Meg Riley, she's doing it right. All right, make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe. Check out my special. I never thought. We'll put it on the screen right there. It's right on this page. Like it, subscribe. I would tell you to hit the bell, but who really does all three of those things, right? Just do one of them and I'll be happy, all right? Leave your comments below. Love you. Also, look in the description. I got a lot of cool links in there. And of course, if you click on something and buy something that's in one of my links, because I got Yo Family Favorites down there, and it's stuff our family loves. You know, I got 2 kids, my wife. It's our favorites we use in the house. So if you buy some, I do get a percentage of it, just to be honest with you. All right, love you. I will see you next podcast. All right, late.